I'm 56 years old, and pretty much the doctor said, this is your knee. You're 56 years old, you have some osteoarthritis. These are the things you have to get used to with aging, and I didn't like that answer. I think the way PT is structured in our country is they like you to get to activities of daily living. So it's all about, can you put your shoes on? Can you walk up a flight of stairs? Can you function day to day? But I wanted a little bit more than that. I didn't want to be, okay, great, I can put my shoes on. I wanted to be able to put my shoes on and run on the boardwalk if I wanted to. And PT was not going to do that for me. My name is Beth, and in a month I'll be at my 1-year anniversary at Active Life. I got to Active Life because I had meniscus surgery on my right knee in December of 22. I finished physical therapy and felt that I was not anywhere near where I needed to be. I felt, when I was done, I felt that, okay, I had a background in doing some of the exercises. Great, I knew how to do a squat, but I knew how to do a squat before then. My knee didn't feel 100%, and I knew that left to my own devices, I was just gonna stay stagnant. It was never gonna get better. I wasn't able to sit the way I always sit. I wasn't able to do compressions to extensions without feeling achiness in my knee. Walking up a flight of stairs was doable, but it wasn't comfortable. And I definitely noticed a discrepancy between my two knees, and I had a lack of strength in my right knee over my left knee. My yoga teacher told me that Active Life would be the place for me. So I walked in one day off the street and I met Sam, and I explained my predicament, and she said, you sound like the exact client that we're looking to reach here. So come on in, have an assessment, and let's see what we can do for you. Day one at Active Life, I worked with one of the professionals. We went through a program that was crafted just for me. The beautiful thing is you get an app on your phone. You can see what your program is before you ever come in. You can watch videos to see what it's going to look like, but you work one-on-one, so somebody is assessing the exact way that you move. So I believe the first day I started working out, there was a definite imbalance between my right knee and my left knee, and the professional watched every single rep, every single movement, and was able to pinpoint where I was lacking or rotating or not extending, and we tweaked the exercises from there. I worked out one-on-one with the professionals for 6 months. Working out with weights and strength training was just so foreign to me that I needed to push myself to walk in the door. Some of the exercises were certainly harder than others, but after 6 months, I got to the point that I can actually say I enjoy doing this. At the 6-month part of working out, I broke my foot by wearing a pair of clogs, just walking at work. A random accident. It made no sense. And then I was in a walking boot for 8 weeks and had to learn how to navigate exercising in this walking boot. If I didn't have Active Life, I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have sat on the couch for 8 weeks and not done anything. They came up with a program for me to help me stay moving and working out for 4 times a week, strength training, even though I couldn't bear any weight on my right foot. And without it, I don't know. I can't even say what would have happened to me. So the beautiful thing I think about Active Life is that you're not your one injury. You're not your one body part. So even from the get-go, when my focus and my goal was to rehab my knee, we were still doing shoulder exercises, back exercises, core exercises, because you have other body parts and you need to be strong as a whole. Yes, we were doing specific things to target my knee, but on a day-to-day basis, they were asking, how is your body feeling? Any other body parts that are irritated, anything that you need to work on, and it's always a two-way communication. We pivoted. The day I broke my foot, I texted Active Life and said, uh-oh, you have to rewrite my program. I'm coming in tomorrow, I can't do legs. And I had a new program written for me. We started whole new exercises the next day. I think if I was a client in a normal gym, they might be intimidated by somebody in a device on their foot, using equipment, injury, how are you going to do things? Active Life didn't blink an eye. We just, okay, this is what we're presented with, now we're gonna work it. After my foot injury, the doctor told me I did not need physical therapy at all, which is kind of strange because if I hadn't had Active Life, I would not have been able to rehab my foot on my own. I would not have known what to do to get the ankle working again, the toes working again. But I was told no PT needed. I'm happy that they said no PT needed because I used Active Life as my PT, and I know I made improvements way faster than I would have made had I gone to PT. After 8 weeks, the boot came off my foot, and I mistakenly thought, great, you get the boot off and you're good to go. It's just a foot, it's a broken bone, it's healed, it's not my knee. It did not work that way. I had to relearn how to walk. I didn't realize that a broken bone in my foot would have now affected my ankle, my toes, the whole way I walked, because everything was immobile for 8 weeks. Immediately, the Active Life professionals rewrote a new program for me to help me rehab my foot, help get my knee back to where it was, and it's work. I'm putting in the work, and they're helping me get there. I'm not in pain at all in my foot or in my knee. It's just building strength. It took me a few weeks, but now I believe I look like I am walking normally without limping. I was limping for a while. I'm following all the advice and the rules, taking it slowly, not looking to run a marathon, but putting in all the work that's necessary to get me to where I need to be. I think day to day I have more energy, I have more endurance. I am less likely to sit on a couch and watch TV. I'd be sooner getting on the Peloton and just riding for a half an hour. It's really woken me up to overall fitness. I think what's next for me is ongoing working out like this. I'm 56 years old. I'm gonna do this until the day I die. There is no stopping. I would like to have grandchildren and be able to play with them. I need the endurance to do that. I want to be able to lift them. I need the strength to be able to do that. I want my body to keep functioning, and I think the only way that your body will keep functioning is if you keep strength training, you keep working out your heart, you keep eating well, you sleep well, you put it all together. So there's no end to the journey. The longer I am working out here, the further I go down this rabbit hole of how to take care of myself, how to own myself, how to be my own best advocate, how to age and be good with aging. And it's great. It's been a life-changing experience.